Hi everyone, my name is David. Thanks for joining me today for this week's question and answer video. I do these every single Monday, and I highly encourage all of you to ask questions, please. I'm trying to help people heal from their traumas, and one of the best ways to do that is to really understand it. Understand what happened. That might not be very clear at all for you guys right now. So if I can help, please ask if you think I can. I've been doing this for years. I'm pretty knowledgeable. I've experienced myself, and I have clients I help every day with this. So please give me a chance and ask questions, okay? Pop down there, say hi if you want to support me. Let us know where you're from. That's the only thing I ask. Tell us your locations if you can. A lot of people like that. I think it kind of brings us a little bit more together, and it's a little bit more validating for you guys maybe to realize that you're not alone. It's not just you. It's not just your town or your school or your job or your country. It's everywhere, okay? Wherever there's people, this stuff exists, all right? And one way that you can heal right now, right here, is to ask and learn what happened to you, okay? So ask me any questions you guys have. Go down below into the comment section and type out your question and come back next Monday, the next Q&A video, and see my answer and let me know. If I miss your question, I'm sorry. Wasn't on purpose. Please ask me again. I even have a couple people every once in a while tell me that their question, their comment disappeared. And sometimes I overlook them. Sometimes I make the video a day or two before and then I miss some people's questions. So please just ask me again. Don't get too frustrated with me, please. It's an accident. I address everyone's comment and question. So, and like I said, all I ask is for your location, please. I recommend something every week, and for those of you who are new here, I can't remember how many Q&A videos I have. I'm thinking like 300. I know, huh? 400. And I recommend something in all of them. You can go right in the beginning of each one and see what I recommend if you like. That's a lot of suggestions and recommendations to help you guys heal from trauma. This week, I have something, a product. The brand is called Genius. I've recommended this stuff before. I'm recommending it again. I can't remember if it was this actual product. They have many different products that help you guys feel better, whether it's sleep, anxiety, depression. This product is called Joy. Genius Joy. Serotonin mood booster for anxiety relief, wellness, and brain support. Nootropic dopamine stack with SAM-E, Panax, ginseng, and L-theanine. Natural anti-stress and herbal calm. Sounds like good stuff. This is a great line of products. I've recommended before, like I've said, and there's just tons of feedback I get from it. Right here at Amazon, I've got 8,500 ratings. It's almost complete 5 stars. I've read some of the comments. They're great. And it's got a bunch of great products or great stuff in it that I'm aware of that I know helps. It says right here, Life Hack, Nootropic Serotonin Booster, formulated with SAM-E, rhodiola, ginseng, and 11 more focus-boosting vitamins and minerals for mood support and anxiety relief. Genius Joy was meant to be a cheat code for finding yourself. We've lost ourselves in these relationships. Focus, energy, wellness, and cognition. Replace antidepressants and clear brain fog with a natural approach. Professionals, athletes, gamers, and everybody in between can benefit from this serotonin booster. Natural dopamine stack with anxiety relief. Getting a daily brain boost is great, but anxiousness can undermine great nootropics. Without anxiety support, you'll be susceptible to detriments that coincide with stress. I think a lot of us, most of us, probably have a stress disorder. Most of what you guys are tuning in with me today is because of how much stress you've dealt in the past, or recent past, or now. This is something that can help, not a cure. Right? We got to get away from our stress and learn how to cope with it better, but something that will help. And let me know if you guys ever taken this. Let me know what you think. But like I said, I've been recommending this product for quite a while now. Okay, let's get into the questions. Like I said before, just tell me your location, please, and ask questions. It doesn't matter how repetitive. If I've answered this question 100 times, all of you guys probably need to hear it again. Okay. All right. So G. I don't know where you're from, G. Tell us your locations next time if you can, please. Thanks. So G says, on the one hand, we can ask, why would I want to be with someone who hurt me? On the other hand, we grow up hearing, no one can hurt you without your consent. And your feelings are your responsibility, and so your problem. So if I feel hurt, it is still my feelings, And it is true that I am responsible for my feelings and no one else is. But in a close relationship, my feelings should be at least considered, right? Absolutely. If no one cares for the feelings of another partner in a relationship, then is it a relationship? Not the one I want to be in. There's plenty of those out there. I think that although I am not responsible for the feelings of other people and they are not responsible for mine, if we want a relationship, we must be considerate of each other's feelings, right? Or am I wrong? Absolutely. Those are the kind of people I want in my life, but since we're all equal, but we're all different, aren't we? And there's some people that are considerate of people's feelings and there are some people that are not. I recommend, if you are considerate of people's feelings, to surround yourself with other people who are considerate of people's feelings, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there that are not. And we have surrounded ourselves with people like that, haven't we? Because we didn't know. We say we didn't know, we didn't know, we didn't know. We didn't wait. You can't know in 4 weeks when you decided to move in with them. You didn't know them yet, okay? You're just now maybe learning who they are 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years later, all right? I read this question, because G asked, but I put it first because I've had a couple of people in the last week or two not understand a point I'm trying to make. And I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want anyone to misunderstand, because I had one person last week, and I've been talking about this. I've been talking about how your feelings, your emotions are your responsibility, even when someone hurts you. So a couple of people aren't understanding this. Gee, I may have confused you too. So let me clarify this right now. Anybody who hurts you, it's their fault. Okay? It's never your fault when someone hurts you. Never fault. It's your responsibility to take care of your emotions, to make yourself feel better, and to protect yourself. And that's why in relationships, we must have security. You won't hurt me. You won't leave me. You won't talk bad about me, right? Oh, you've done that once. Okay, then we need a lot of reassurance it won't happen again, and that's your responsibility. If they still hurt you, it's their fault. And I want to be really clear, because I want you guys to understand, all of you, okay? It is not your fault if anybody hurts you, but you've got to protect yourself, because there is nobody else out there to protect you, right? We are not children anymore, and mom and dad aren't there to protect us, and maybe mom and dad didn't protect us very well anyways. So they didn't teach us how to do that very well, and so we don't protect ourselves either. We may need to learn how to do this. We may need a professional to help us do this. But it's your responsibility, your emotions, meaning you can't rely on somebody else to protect you. You can't rely on somebody else to make you feel better. We are not here to make people happy. There's another argument I get with people, right? Yeah, I like making people happy. That's fine. That's not why we're here. If you can't make yourself happy, there's a big problem, okay? And I'll get into some of that a little later. But I just want to be really clear. You also wrote down here, G, also I noticed that anger can be healthy and maybe not. Some people get angry when their boundaries are violated. That's healthy. Some people get angry when they are not allowed to violate others' boundaries. And I'm not sure if that would be healthy. No. Emotions are our body doing things, and we must accept them. Okay? And that's another part of what I'm saying here is we accept people for who they are. And we accept our emotions for what they are. They're not good, bad, wrong, right, healthy, unhealthy. It's simply our body doing things. We're not always in control of that. But the first step of processing emotions, of protecting ourselves, of making sure that somebody else doesn't do that again, is to accept them. We accept our anxiety, we accept our depression, we accept our fears, and then we process them and do something about them. That is our responsibility. If someone's hurting us, that's their fault, but it's our responsibility to keep them from hurting us anymore, right? We don't just place our entire future and health and mind and body in someone else's hands, right? Okay? I hope I've been clear. If not, please keep asking me again. Anger is an emotion. We don't sit there and label it. Oh, that's wrong, that's right, that's unhealthy. And I've had a lot of toxic people in my life try to tell me, they try to persecute you if you're mad or angry, as if it's wrong. No. And that's shameful, someone to do that to you. That's wrong. You don't say, oh, you're so angry. What's your point? Especially if you're making me angry. What's your point? What do you want me to do? You can address my behaviors. If I'm doing something that's scary or uncomfortable to you, you can address that, but you don't tell me how I feel, and you don't shame me for an emotion, something my body's doing. If I'm angry, it's okay. It's okay to be angry. And that's something that societies kind of make people confused about. We persecute people that are angry or mad, especially men, and that's not right. That forces people to keep it inside, which is very unhealthy. That's unhealthy. Not expressing, not processing, that is unhealthy. Not anger, not the emotion. How we express it can also be unhealthy, right? If I'm violent, bang, slam, yell, throw, that's unhealthy. It scares people. We can't do that, all right? We got to be responsible for our behaviors and our emotions, okay? If somebody else is making us angry, we are responsible to make that stop somehow. We can't just leave it up to them. I hope I'm being extremely clear. And there are no unhealthy emotions. We don't label them. Our body reacts and we listen. That's it. And so many of you guys will feel ashamed and guilty of your own emotions. I have a good example. I had to take care of my mother. My mother was very, very sick before she passed. And I had to take care of her. And anybody who's done that understands that even though you love this loved one, it can be a burden. It is tough. It is stressful. Okay? And when my mother finally passed, I couldn't help it. My emotions were like relief. And then I immediately felt guilty and horrible. I would never have been able to say this when it happened. Never. And I felt so bad that I felt that way. That's wrong, David. No, it's not. No, it's not. How I could express it in a wrong or right way, unhealthy, but it's my emotions, how I felt, and I need to listen to it and understand it and express it and process it, okay? That might be something confusing for some of you, but that's what we need to do. And I hope I'm being very clear. Thanks, G. Let me know. I wrote right here, I'm sorry it's confusing. I understand. I will elaborate much more next Monday. But people that hurt you are responsible for their actions. You are responsible for your emotions. I'm not saying that you made yourself feel that way. I'm saying we're not protecting ourselves if someone's hurting us. And things happen. And we stop. And then we need to make a decision. Am I going to keep that person, give them another chance to hurt me that way? Well, if you're going to, I'd be very, very certain they won't do that again. And how do you do that? The only way is to communicate, be vulnerable, tell them how bad it hurts, and they reassure you they won't do that again until this feeling goes away. My insecurities, until I'm secure, okay? All right. And it's not your fault when someone hurts you, but it's your responsibility to make yourself feel better and not let them do that again, okay? So you can never talk to them again or go watch your favorite movie after telling your friend how you feel. Just one option. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do. But you cannot let someone hurt you repeatedly the same way, right? And it's not your fault. It's just your responsibility. I hope I'm clear. All right, that's enough of that. But anybody confused, just tell me. I had someone just freak out on me last week. How dare you co-sign their abuse and say we have to accept it? No, we accept people for who they are. Okay, and we did, a lot of us know what I'm talking about because we had relationships with people for years where we went like this. I said, oh, they'll change. They didn't mean that. Oh, I'm sure he'll be better. He'll stop drinking. She'll stop cheating on me and lying. And no, they didn't, did they? Accept them for who they are and then make a clear decision on what you want to do. Or we lie to ourselves, and it's cognitive dissonance, and we say, oh, they're going to be better. They didn't mean to. They used to be abused too. It's okay. And they're going to keep hurting us, okay? So we accept people for who they are, but we do not have to accept the behavior in our life. We absolutely do not accept abuse, but we accept somebody for being an abusive person. We just say that's them. It's not accepting them in your life. Big difference. Because the opposite of acceptance is judgment. If you do not accept somebody for who they are, you are judging them, saying you're a bad person. And I had somebody tell me that that's a good thing. It's a good thing to judge. It's a good thing to label people. It keeps you safe. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That does not work, and it's so cloudy. And how do I know that? Because when you tell me your definition of what a good and bad person is, I bet you've been bad. You've probably hurt people, because that's usually what makes people a bad person. They hurt people. You've hurt people too. There's nobody on this planet as an adult that's never hurt somebody, okay? And I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying you did a bad thing and you forgive yourself, I hope, and realize you made a mistake and don't do it again. That's good, right? But to label people good or bad just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and it's totally judgmental, and it's not accepting people for who they are, okay? It doesn't work. It didn't work in a relationship that maybe you had. You kept telling yourself, this person's a good person, they're just doing bad things. Well, the good, bad person really doesn't matter. The bad things do. But if you get that turned around, not good, okay? Hope I'm clear. Thanks. Willa from New Jersey. Hi, Willa. I'm old school, a dinosaur. How do we put your videos in a playlist on YouTube? And so I recommend to a lot of you, or I ask to support me, okay? What I'm doing here is free videos for years, right? I don't even monetize. And I'm doing it so that this information spreads as far as it can to reach people who need it. And I'm not saying that they all need me or my help, but some of this information can reach people and just kind of, a little light bulb or push them in the direction they need to get the help they need, okay? That's all I'm trying to do here. So any activity you guys do really helps me. Subscribing to my channel, voting up or down, commenting down below. And another great way is you can put it in a playlist. So everyone that has a YouTube channel watching right now, you have the ability to start playlists and create playlists. And all you got to do on any video, right, they'll either be on ellipsis, have to do the three dots. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hit those three dots and it'll come up. You'll have an option somewhere that says save to playlist. And you said save to playlist. And then it'll ask you which one. If you haven't created one, then you just have to put in the title, whatever you want. Damar's coaching Q&A videos, okay? I really appreciate that, Will, and everybody who supports me in the way that you guys do. So many of you are so great and so supportive. Not just telling me, thank you, David, what you did is great, but helping this stuff grow, okay? And like I said, subscribe, vote, comment, put in a playlist, share it with somebody else. All that stuff helps. Thank you so much, Willa. Emily Taylor from Latvia. Hello. Thank you for making this video. I had codependency issues before. I could not say no to a man if he liked me without taking time to know the person. So I started to have physical relationships with a man too soon. Found the place together, started to pay for a flat, got 2 kids, and later found out he was an alcoholic and sex addict. Those things don't usually come up right away, especially if they're hiding them. And a lot of addictions are shameful and people do hide them, okay? Today, 15 months no contact and healing is in progress. Yay. Next time I will take as much time as necessary to know the person before getting physically close. I understand now that couples need to share same morals, values, emotional needs must be met, and we need to be vulnerable. Starts to sink in. Thank you. Perfect. That's what I say. Here's just a little bit of advice for any relationship to grow, heal, functional, loving. Got to share the same moral values. And you don't know that right away. Don't just take their word. Wait and see. Okay? Emotional needs must be met for both people, and we do this all by communicating and being vulnerable. Okay? Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. Ripper Thor 123. Don't know where you're from. You are the person who gave me new life. Randomly, your video popped up 3 years ago back in YouTube. I saw it and came to know about NPD. Being in a relationship with NPD for almost 10 years, gone through the worst phase. And then you came 3 years back and everything changed. From being lifeless, I am in the best phase of my life. From strong mentally and emotionally, I can't explain in words. I know you will understand that because we both sailed the same ship. Coming out of it and living a fresh life after that is just amazing. Left her 3 years back and never looked back, even after her repeated attempts. Thanks a million to you. Thank you very much. I love to hear these stories. You guys see them, we get all kinds of different reactions from people's, doing good stories. I know that. But if you guys want to do good and feel good, read some of those and do some of the things they're doing. Okay? Thanks for sharing. Okay, Empress of the Sun makes a statement, and I wanted to read this because I feel bad, and a lot of you guys can identify with this, I think. And this isn't, her comment is about sex, but this isn't just relatable to sex, okay? For a sexual act to be erotic, it needs to be dangerous. I've met so many people throughout my life, and only narcissists are erotic because they are dangerous. Normal people do not understand how to be sexy. They are only sexy by accident. They might adopt some acting to imitate danger, but they don't understand its role and importance. I'm not going to totally dissect that comment because I don't understand the role and importance danger plays in sex. I said, hence behaviors like one-night stands, multiple partners, no protection against virus or disease, or unwanted pregnancies. Is that dangerous enough? So, this is kind of an analogy for relationships, right? I get this all the time. I get people saying, I got out of these bad relationships and too soon, they're not healed, and they're starting to date again, and normal people, healthy, are boring. So I'm not going to dissect your sexual comment, but it does relate. It's about people, right? And it's about narcissistic, toxic, unhealthy people compared to healthy people, right? Emotionally healthy. Emotional intelligence. Your dangerous lovers that you have very low emotional intelligence. They don't know who they are, okay? They don't value emotional connection, and no relationship they have will grow, be functional, healthy, or loving. These are sex addicts. Very, extremely common with narcissists. They are dependent people. They're emotionally dependent. That's dependency. It's addiction. I'm going to explain that a little bit later again because of someone else's question. But we gravitate, right, to people that we identify with. So you're gravitating towards toxic, unhealthy people, and you're placing a lot of importance on sex. Okay? There is a whole other world out there of